All right, that really brings us to the end of the day. Just probably maximum 2 or 3 more minutes. As you saw throughout the day, and calling upon some of our earlier work, we have developed a variety of technologies which make use of variety of data streams. So as Dr. Rimmer in the morning spoke about, digital transformation is really taking over the world. And you can see how every industry is going behind it. One thing we have really learned in our 20 years of this RERC is if you don't follow the industry, soon you are wiped out. We learned it in many projects. Every time we thought we will go in a different direction while the industry goes in another direction. It was only a matter of 2 to 3 years before we realized that no, they took a really smart move and we were the ones who did the wrong move. And now, telehealth and related digital technologies, we have been in this space for about 10 years now. We really pride ourselves as premiers in this. And now the pandemic has really, pushed rest of the world towards this. I'm not going to, for every item you see on the left side of this screen, I can give 2 to 3 projects we have done, and that will be a bunch of acronyms. I don't want to bore you with so many project names, but through funding, majorly from NIDLR, and then NIH, PCORI, and CDC, we have done technologies of multiple types. We have done live one-on-one exercise training, group exercise training, one-on-one health coaching, group health coaching, and then tailored pre-recorded interventions. When I'm talking about tailored, it's tailored in multiple senses. Tailored to the disability, we have multiple sclerosis specific interventions we have designed, spinal cord injury specific interventions, functional capability specific interventions, and so on. And then we have done offline technologies and online technologies. We have done a lot of adherence promoting physical activity devices, like our active video gaming device, like our AVID, our rehabilitation device, coupled with a virtual platform like Zwift. And then we have all our wonderful standards and guidelines work, which really influences the sphere around us. Now that we have done all of this, the future really lies in harvesting the wonderful data we are able to collect and provide people with the choice to make the interventions they choose to participate. We have until now, participant A tries intervention X for no reason, and participant B tries intervention Y for no reason. There are now many modern and sophisticated research methodologies which allow participants to participate in interventions of choice, and algorithms and predictive mechanisms which can suggest, hey, this is the best intervention we think that would work for you. We are also very choice driven. Just take the food we eat. One day we want to cook at home. One day we want to go to a fast food. One day we want to go to a nice sit-in restaurant. Why should physical activity be monotonous? Why should it be every day you need to work out at home? Every day you, Mr. B, you need to go to the fitness center. Mr. C, you need to do this. I think we need to provide people with ample opportunities, and based in the context in which the person is, some options might be available, some might not be available. Their community might not have a inclusive or accessible community-based physical activity place. Then they might be limited for home-based activities. They could be here in Birmingham, then they can come to one of our many in-person interventions. They can come to Lakeshore Foundation, or a person might be located somewhere else and they have access to so many other things. But we want to take a very data-driven, person-centered approach, creating flexible interventions and providing more behavioral support so that we promote sustained levels of physical activity and not small bouts, 3-week program, 6-week program, 8-week program, but how can we really inculcate the habit of physical activity in people and keep providing them with variety. And so that is where we see our future. And as you see, we are not talking just about telehealth alone. We are talking about everything included. It could be community-based physical activity. It could be adapted physical activity. We see a future where all of these are seamlessly put together to have very flexible intervention. That's where we see our future going. And our project officer has provided us with some truly inspiring ideas. We really look forward to going back and hearing to the recording and really taking some copious notes from that. That said, all of this would not be possible without the tireless efforts of so much people. This almost looks like this title credit in a movie. I am pretty sure I missed at least a handful of people. Yesterday late night while I was counting, at least I could remember these 50 people. There are so many other people. And I and Dr. Rimmer want to thank our project manager, Sangeeta, who has been orchestrating all of this event. And every single team member, despite COVID, we made up for all the time lost due to COVID, and we have all the projects up and running. I cannot count the number of days I have seen team meetings happening at midnight. I cannot count the number of days where I have had to call team members at 3 a.m. because something went down and we wanted it corrected. I am really proud of the work our team has done, and thank you to every one of you. But before I close out, I really want to spend some time to remember Shana Kringen. I'm sure most of you know about her. In many of the presentations, you heard her name. She was a very valued team member from Beneficial Designs. She passed away in April 2019. She was a main champion behind our ASTM standards for accessible fitness equipment. She was the chair of RESNA Standards Committee on Inclusive Fitness. She had tremendous impact in the world of rehabilitation engineering. She was part of other rehabilitation engineering centers. She had a tremendous impact. We really miss Shauna and the enthusiasm she always carried along with her. That said, we are really near the end of the day. I'm sure many of you might have questions, comments, feedback. We are available here to answer any questions, but that really concludes our session. And we are always looking for active collaborations. If you have a thought, always write to us, and we would love to collaborate with any one of you. Thank you very much.